Hey guys, today I'm going to go through the electronic tree ID project using Camtasia and teach you exactly how I would have my class to complete this project. To start off with, our rubric, as you see, it has 5 slides that we're going to include, and then it also has a section down here that talks about how the project itself, the presentation, is going to be graded. So to start off with, I went ahead and did a sample cover screen or whatever that has included. If you look on the rubric, it says you have to have a name, a picture, and a project name. As you see, we have all that there. Now, so the website that I'm going to be using is the dendrology website at Virginia Tech Tree ID. So Virginia Tech Dendrology. So anyway, if you go to the rubric and you look and you see the first slide that we're going to do, it tells you have to have the name of the tree, the common and scientific name. As you see here, I've already completed that part of it. And you go back through and it tells you it wants a leaf description and a picture of the leaf. So if you go back to the dendrology section, you see here there is a very thorough description of the leaf of a Acer rubrum, also known as red maple. It is an opposite, simple leaf, pinnately or palmately lobes, serrated margins, etc. So anyway, I'd have the students to go in and do a description of that. And I'll always get on to my students and tell them I don't want a whole lot of wordy stuff, but if you'll put that it's opposite, simple, 3 to 5 lobes, serrated margins, I think that's more than enough information on it. And I just have them come over, copy the image, come over here, paste it into there. I would also probably have them to go ahead and search for a couple more images to put on there, but just for time's sake, we're just going to kind of go through it. The next slide, if you look, it tells you to go through the cone, fruit, berry, etc. Being a deciduous tree, red maples typically don't produce any kind of cones or anything, but they do have a flower, and then they'll also have a fruiting structure that will be included on there. So we'll copy and paste that and stick it in there as well too. So anyway, fruiting clusters, also known as samaras. If you go back, we'll get a picture of that and put that on there. We'll just kind of take out some of this extra wordy stuff, which I think that's actually fine the way it's listed there. Let's come through, make a little more room here, make it a little easier to read. Go through, get a picture of the flower. Copy image. Get that in there, get that and paste. So we have a picture of our flower. And then we come back and get a picture of our fruiting structures. Place those in there. And then we get down to our next couple of slides. I think the next one that was on the list was a picture of the trunk of the tree. So if you see there's a picture there. Come back into that particular section. We'll change the layout on this thing to content. We'll delete one of those just to make life easier. Back in, get the bark. Give a good description of the bark of it. And the last one should be twig, which I find understanding what the twigs are like kind of helps out with the dendrology section at the very beginning of the year. When most of the leaves are gone off the trees. But if you see that, make sure that it's talking about some of the characteristics of it, of the twig, to be able to identify it when there are no leaves present. And I realize that this is a little more wordy than what I would expect. I would actually have the kids to go through and delete some of the words and make it a little more user-friendly in the presentation. But for time's sake of this particular project, I'm not going to go there.